Hi, Susie again. I'm back here with another storage idea for you. Now here you can see I've got some square cut folders. What that means is they come with a slight overlap edge, but they haven't got a tab, basically because I couldn't find any on Amazon in the UK. I've no doubt they've got them, but I couldn't find them. So this is another storage idea, especially for dies or for A4 sheets of stamps. Now this is my A4 magnetic sheet, as you can see, floppy as anything, which is really unhelpful when you're trying to store die storage. Now these are foolscap, and you can see the difference in length between this and let's get that out of the way, this and an ordinary A4 sheet, which these are. So the first thing I'm going to do is mark this here, and I'm going to mark it here. Now the reason I'm marking it here is because I'm going to leave this overlap so it will flip back over. And the reason I'm marking it there is because here is where I want to be able to fold this up inside to make a pocket. So first things first, grab my ruler. I am not in the slightest worried about those pen marks because I am going to be covering with some nice papers. As you can see here, I've trimmed down one of those folders again. I'll just show you one to remind you. These are just absolutely flat files with just an edge. They haven't got a tab. They're miserably thin. I'm not very happy with them. They said on when I bought them that they're medium weight, and I think you better have a heavier weight one. But anyway, what I've done here, I've scored twice, here and here, to make a little gusset, and when that closes that will fold over, because this is going to need two sheets, again covered as you've seen before. So that will fit in perfectly there, and that will fold over. Now the reason I've done this one this way is because I've got this packet, Everyday Journaling by Helena Colebrook. Now it's got 25 dies in, and I can see immediately I'm going to need probably two of these magnetic sheets, and this is how they've come. You see, this makes me highly uncomfortable, especially for the longer ones, because I really always worry about things going to bend. So let's get these emptied out. See, already I knew I was right. I've got tall ones here, so I don't want them to bend. I want them to be absolutely flat when I'm using them. If I just move those up a bit, I can probably get another one at the bottom if I need to. Probably that. See, that's a lot of dies to be rattling around, knocking against each other. It's not that I trust the packaging, it's a very firm cardboard. What I don't trust are people trying to post these through my letterbox, and I've had some where they've actually bent the corner over and the die has bent, which does not make me a happy bunny, as you can imagine. Now, I really like the dies, but this seems to be a massive problem with a lot of manufacturers now. I quite understand not wanting these plastic packaging, all these bubble wrap type of things, and save the planet and all that, which is absolutely wonderful, but I don't want any dies coming and they're all bent out of shape before I've even used the things. And see, that does infuriate me, to be honest. Oh, that's a bendy one, that's a bendy one. Right, we'll have those two together, then I know what they are, as opposed to a straight edge like that one. And you see, with little bits like this, it would just be so easy to lose them all, and obviously I don't want to. So that's both of those. You see, it's taken two sheets. I had a feeling it would. That will tuck in there. That'll tuck in there like so. Now I've got a choice of I can either tuck that inside and have that on the top, or vice versa. And I think the best thing to do with the envelope is I'll actually put some more paper here, have this wrap over and stuck on the top, and possibly belly band something like that around it. I like to, if possible, keep the packaging, because you never know, there might be some time down the line where I don't want this anymore and I decide to sell it on through eBay or give it to one of my friends or something, in which case they might very well appreciate the packaging. Plus it tells me what's in there. And I think rather than just leave that as an open edge, if, like my other packet, wherever I've put it, here we are, that's a great big one, it would have tucked inside. It's a shame she didn't do that for this. Then I'd have had a perfect pair, because that packet has tucked perfectly inside with all the dies. I'm quite happy about that. I know what I've got, I can see what I've got, and it's protected. Well, the same thing here, so I think I will. This one will need stiffening up. Well, that will happen when I actually cover it with some scrapbooking paper, etc. What I'll do is I'll leave that there while I have a hunt through all my stash, and that one can go there. That will extend the wrap over considerably. I don't even care if it's only that little piece. And I might just put that underneath, then again I might not, and that little packet front can just go on the front like so. Maybe just glue it there and there. Decisions. Anyway, I'm going to leave that there for now. You've got the idea. As long as things are stored, at the moment I've got a lot to store, so I don't want to be fussing too much. I have a whole massive pack of these horrible, horrible folders, as you can see. There's a couple of hundred in there. So as long as it does the job for now, I don't care. I can always go back and alter it later. At least for the time being, things are in there, things are safe, things are contained. Right, I think that could actually use double-sided tape. I think that might be a better option, probably stronger. Got a tape runner, let's just get it done. I'm getting bored now. You're probably getting bored now. Just tuck that in. Oh, I knew that would have to go over the edge, wouldn't it? Of course, of course. There are times when you have a feeling of non-cooperation from materials, and this, I think, is one of them. Right, let that go on there. That doesn't actually look that bad. Yeah, I don't mind that. Let's stick a bit of washi over the top. Washi is always good for this sort of thing. What have I got? Green, pink. Let's go for pink. Right, now the thing about washi is it's not really all that permanent when it comes to sticking down, so I do like to usually put a tiny bit of PVA glue under it. Right at the moment I have got to the point where I really can't be bothered. So as long as this works, I don't care. Don't fight me. Oh joy, this one has a backing tape, even more annoying. Come on, get off my finger. Now I remember why I had to stick the piece on the end. It unravels as soon as look at it. Okay, let's go for it. If I waste a bit, I waste a bit. unless of course I have to break. Washi is wonderful, except when it breaks when you don't want it to, then it's beyond annoying. Right, so I'll have that to there, and now I'll have to go and put a bit up at the top. Just wondered whether that bit had stuck underneath. Well, it's rough, it's ready, it's going to do the job. I tend to identify more by sight than by label, so I will find it a lot easier to find this one simply by the way it looks than if I started writing labels for them. Oh, there are times you just want it to stick down and stop fighting with you. Right, that'll do. Finished, done. That looks a little bit longer. I knew I'd end up faffing. I always do. Right, metal ruler disappeared as usual. Never mind, we have another one. This'll do. Got the knife. That's square. That's about a right proportion. Oh, that slipped. I need to break this piece off the end here. It's got a notch now, so that's why it's going off a bit. Right, there we are. That's that. And I shall call that job done. So let's get these inside. I'll have that one at the back, because I've no doubt if I'm looking for anything it'll be these bigger ones. Okay, there we go. In, tucked in, tucked in. And we'll have that one on there, like so. Now, what do I want to do about this? Possibly a ribbon. Do I have any ribbon to hand? I think not. Okay, I'm going to call it goodbye there. You've got the idea. Hi folks, I'm back again. I thought you'd like to see the final result for this little storage thing. You can see I've stuck this down now. I've actually put it on a belly band. So that's just simply spare scrapbook paper long enough to wrap around my folder here, and then I have glued this to the front of it with a bit of double-sided tape, so anytime I need to remove it I can do. So all I've done extra is that bit of washi tape you saw, the extra piece of washi tape here, opens out. There are my two nicely rigid pieces of magnetic tape glued, so that tucks in, that tucks over, that tucks over, and I simply have to slide this in to there, like so. And that is that. Perfect storage for a huge die, and this can now go with my other set and I can just put my hand straight on it. Lovely and secure. Right, I hope that was useful for you, or at least gave you some ideas. As I said before about this awful folder here, cheap as chips, nasty quality, so if it rips and tears it's easily replaced, and all it's taken me is a little bit of time and a bit of scrap paper. Right, thank everybody very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.